What a start for LeBron James. Hibbert on a beautiful setup. Paul George taking to the rim.
And let the festivities begin.
We do what we do. We're very tough to beat. You're not taking possession off.
Oh, what a move by Wade for the cutting Anderson. There, back to LeBron, and he is fouled as he hits the deck. George fires for the tie. He's got it! And we are headed to overtime.
We expected nasty, but what we got was breathtaking, spectacular. Let's take a look at Game 1, American Airlines Arena. LeBron James and Frank Vogel had a little thing going back and forth.
Little words, a little miscommunication, letting each other know that they come to play in this series.
Early on, Pacers turning the ball over, and it cost them, like that D-Wade dunk. The Pacers throwing the ball away again.
And this is the part where if you're a Pacers fan, you get a little nervous. It's not the fact you turn the ball over, get back, communicate, and not give up a three-point play to LeBron James.
And Frank Vogel talked about it. They were a little bit jittery to start this game. The nerves definitely were showing.
7 first-quarter turnovers for Indiana. Then David West, nice move.
He wasn't nervous.
He wasn't nervous. Wild, Wild West early in the game. Early, often, give it to him, beat him up on the glass. Big-time performance tonight.
18-point first half for him. Indiana's up by 5, and the Heat now turning the ball over. Noko steps out of bounds. And then Chris Bosh with some problems trying to get it to Haslam. 7 second-quarter turnovers for the Miami Heat. Meanwhile, the Pacers, they start to build a little lead here. Roy Hibbert stepping out and hitting.
Yeah, he's feeling good about himself. They saying, feed me, big fella, feed me.
How about this? Indiana 42-37 leading at the half. Mario Chalmers going over the Hibbert screen, and that does hurt, Beasley. Left the game and didn't return with a bruised left shoulder.
Tough break for Chalmers right there.
Then LeBron James doing what LeBron James does. Hits the 3. Miami's up by 3, and then Haslam finds James for the lefty dunk. 51-49, Heat in front. But the Pacers, they're not going anywhere. Roy Hibbert rebound. Tyler Hansbrough.
Tell you what, he was huge coming off the bench, gave him some double-figure scoring in this game and a lot of gritty rebounding.
Right, he had 8 in the third, 10 in the game. Chippiness escalating. Battier and Hansbrough.
Duke, Carolina.
There it is.
The
rivalry
connection, yeah.
All right. Hansbrough charged with a personal. No harm, no. Well, there was a foul. I was going to say no harm, no foul. LeBron drives, finds Chris Anderson for the slam. That's right. Birdman. Starting to come alive.
Yes, he was huge off the bench. 16 big ones, tip-ins, blocking shots. Brought that energy tonight.
More Birdman. The
There's those block shots we're talking about.
Stevenson, yes. And back the other way. Anderson running the floor. D-Wade finds the Mohawk.
It's hard not to find the Mohawk, though.
Yeah.
That'd be hard to miss.
Well, they were everywhere, all around the arena, actually. 90-87 Miami.
Get that shot out of here.
Crazy play. Hibbert blocking Wade, but Norris Cole gets it to LeBron. It turns into a
50-50 balls. Norris Cole's winning that one. LeBron James knocks down the 3, and Paul George said, I can knock down 1, too.
Sure could. He had an amazing second half after struggling in the first half. And then, under a minute left, Heat up 2. West drives, hits the jump hook, ties the game at 89. Under 50 seconds left to play now. D-Wade, boy, that really looked easy.
Well,
Probably wasn't, but
miscommunication there. George Hill probably should have stayed there and created that opening for Dwayne to attack.
Then Paul George missing the elbow. Jay Stevenson rebounds. And Paul George passing to teammates,
Well,
but
he's
not in
supposed
the
to pass
game.
to
Yeah,
his
his
teammates,
teammates, but the ones on the floor.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want the guys to be in the game.
So a 2-point lead for Miami. Pacers forced to foul. Oh, no, Ray Allen. He's automatic.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let's
This
go
highlight
home.
should be over.
Yeah.
89% postseason free throw shooter. Sure, whoa.
Oh, the door's
Missed the
ajar.
first.
Mama said, come on, son. We do that in the backyard all the time.
He hit the second, so it's 92-89 Miami. Under 6 seconds left. And a mad scramble, and out of it, Paul George somehow hits a miracle 3.
I tell you what, he was so money in the second half of this basketball game, making clutch play after clutch play.
Tied the game at 92.7 left. Could Ray Allen hit? No. Off the side of the backboard, and we are headed to overtime, tied at 92. Look at George, got some
Feeling good about himself.
something in his step. George, tough lay-in. LeBron fouled him. 99-96 Indiana.
Huge play. LeBron's 5th foul. You want to attack him some more. And GA, you hit it best. No legs for Battier, but Bosh, 2nd rebound. Only 2 of the game, but a big one.
Well, that was a huge one there. And down the stretch, the paint became an issue for the Pacers.
Indiana trying to go up there, but it is West missing the shot, that fadeaway. So after a Heat timeout, LeBron James and the Heat, or the Pacers rather, caught in the switch.
Yeah, no Roy Hibbert in the game right here. George Hill just does not have the strength to keep LeBron James from getting to the rim.
101-99. Oh my goodness, Hill almost gave it away.
Catch the ball. I love the fact that you hustle and get the ball back to Paul George, but don't miss the first one.
And he is fouled by D. Wade on the three-point attempt. So once again, George saving a possession.
Yeah, and also Dwayne Wade fouls out on that play as well. And Paul George goes to the line, knocks down one.
Ice water.
Two. And that's the money ball right there.
Chill. Ice water in his veins.
Indiana, the lead with 2.2 left, but that's a lot of time for this man. Again, Hibbert not in the game. Hello, how about a lay-in and a win?
Just a phenomenal play.
It really was, but also a bad angle defensively there by Paul George. No Hibbert to deter at the rim, and you can see Roy Hibbert there, a little frustrated. LeBron looking like just business as usual.
I'll tell you what, this game one was so exciting all the way through, and I hope the whole series is this great. LeBron James beating the buzzer, a 9th career playoff triple-double, and the Heat survived game one. According to Elias, LeBron joins Ralph Sampson as the only players with 30, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 blocks in a playoff game. Wade backed him up with 19, 6, and 5. The Birdman was a perfect 7 for 7 from the field. West, 26 points, a playoff high. George, 25 of his 27 in the second half and overtime. Rim protector Hibbert not on the floor late in the game, and 2.2 seconds was plenty to play hero for LeBron.
I was able to, had enough time where I could get to the basket, make a play. I don't know if I was surprised or not. I really wasn't worried about if Hibbert was in the game at all or if he was in, and I was worried about just trying to get a bucket for our team.
Roy Hibbert was not on the floor for those last 2 possessions. If you had it to do over again, would you rather had Roy Hibbert on the floor to protect the rim?
Yeah, I think we all would. He does an amazing job of protecting the rim, and I'm 100% sure he would have been there.
We expected to go to LeBron, but we expected Bosh to be a spacing option. If Roy were in the game, he probably would have been first or second option. If it didn't come to LeBron, or if LeBron could one bounce, draw Roy to the rim and have Bosh spotted up. So, it's the dilemma that they present. Obviously with the way it worked out, would have been better to have Roy in the game, but you don't know. I mean, if that happens, maybe Bosh is making a jump shot, and we're all talking about that.
He has everything role for us, and this is the norm. This may be what it takes to beat this team.
All right, going back to a strategic move late in this game, and LeBron James making the Pacers pay for it. How did you see this at the end? Because the Hibbert not being there turned out to be a big deal.
Listen, if Chris Bosh makes a jump shot, nobody's going to have a problem with that. But the fact is that your strength is to have Roy Hibbert as a rim protector. And you see here, they're going to run a lot of misdirection. And what it does is because you have a perimeter-oriented team now, you're not going to have help. Now, remember, you also have Tyler Hansbrough in the game, so you haven't really gone small. And the other issue is with bigs. Bigs don't know how to help from the outside coming in. So you're not going to have guys, once the ball gets put on the floor, coming and provide help to LeBron James. And then Paul George takes that bad angle there. Look at the space with which he has to operate. And folks, 2.2 seconds is an eternity for a player with the skill set of a LeBron James as he's able to get to this rim and finish undeterred. Yes, Paul George could have taken a better angle, but I think in that case, you're still going to get a good look if you're LeBron James, especially knowing that the help defense is not going to be there for the Indiana Pacers.
And I think LeBron, coming out of the huddle, said, when I get this basketball, like he said, I don't care if Hibbert's there. I'm putting my head down. I know one dribble where I can get to the rim from where I was on the floor. And he's not worrying about past the basketball. Like he said in the press conference, I know I'm an unselfish player, but with 2.2, it's about getting to the rim, finishing or getting fouled.
And keep in mind, they took Hibbert out the possession before.
That's right.
And LeBron was able to get to the rim for an uncontested layup. So that's why, listen, I love Frank Vogel, but at that point, you got to own up. Listen, I don't think anybody has an issue. If Chris Bosh hits a 17, 18-footer with a contested hand up, you live with that. Mm-hmm. But to let the best player in the world have a free reign at the rim, one-on-one, without having a deterrent at the rim, that's an issue for me. I don't think that Frank Vogel lost the game, but I don't think he gave his team the best opportunity to win this game down the stretch.
Big picture, LeBron is the hero in this game with that late shot, a couple of them actually, but Birdman is a guy that we've talked about as a contributor for this Miami team and was perfect, 7 for 7 from the field and a playoff and season high, career high.
Well, the 3 blocks were huge in the points, but just being in the right place at the right time as D-Wade or LeBron were driving to the basket, there he is finishing around the rim. We know he brings the energy, we know he blocks shots, we know he plays defense, but I don't think we give enough credit for being in the right place on the offensive end, kind of being out the way, but being in the right place to finish plays.